It is April 2026, and across India's major cities, the heat is forcing people to extremes just to find a moment of relief. The conditions are so severe that municipal governments are throwing up massive green shade canopies over busy intersections, simply so commuters can survive waiting at a red light. New Delhi is consistently breaking 40 degrees Celsius, and parts of Karnataka have recorded a staggering 46 degrees. Even historically cool mountain towns in Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh are hitting 30 degrees. The western disturbances, weather systems that usually bring cool air, have faded early, leaving perfectly dry forests to catch fire. From the high-rises of Mumbai to the mountain ridges of the north, these records are being broken simultaneously. This is a synchronized extreme, and it's serving as a warning for the coming year. To understand why cities are suffering the most, look at how we build them. Dense concrete walls, glass facades, and a lack of green space create an urban heat island effect. This traps the sun's energy, pushing city centers up to 12 degrees hotter than the surrounding rural areas. That trapped heat triggers a frantic survival-driven demand for air conditioning. Millions of units click on simultaneously, creating a massive, continuous drain on electricity. This chart shows India's power grid load. The demand curve surges as cooling needs explode, peaking at a record-shattering 256 gigawatts. The infrastructure is buckling. And here is the brutal irony. Millions of AC units pull heat from buildings, blasting it directly into the streets. The outside air becomes even hotter and more polluted. Our modern urban infrastructure has become a heat-trapping liability. To find the source of this heat, we have to look thousands of miles away. The root cause of this crisis is found thousands of miles away, in the shifting currents of the Pacific Ocean. Normally, trade winds push warm water west, but when those winds weaken, immense pockets of heat accumulate. Right now, this buildup is forming into a super El Niño. This map shows the sea surface temperature anomalies in the equatorial Pacific. The dark red zone indicates an enormous buildup of heat, leading climate models to predict the strongest El Niño event in 140 years. That spike in Pacific heat ripples across the globe, severely stifling the Indian southwest monsoon. Without that expected rainfall, the country's massive reservoirs begin to dry up. In the fields, the impact is devastating. Crops mature too quickly and wither. Staple plants drop their flowers before producing food, and severe water stress endangers livestock. A temperature spike in a distant ocean is directly burning through India's foundational water security and driving up national food inflation. Coastal regions like Kerala are facing an even more insidious threat. Here, high temperatures combine with high atmospheric moisture, creating what is known as wet bulb temperature. The human body cools itself by sweating, but when humidity is thick enough, that sweat cannot evaporate. The biological cooling system simply shuts down. Your core temperature starts rising fast. Even without breaking air temperature records, trapped humidity triggers rapid heat strokes. This chart graphs the heat index over the last decade. The J-shaped upward curve of these red data points tracks the steady accumulation of thermal stress, showing how these high-danger days are becoming far more frequent. Humid heat has emerged as India's deadliest climate threat. It transforms an ordinary summer afternoon into a lethal environment that the human body cannot escape. 2026 marks the developing phase of this cycle. With the El Niño maturing, meteorologists warn that 2027 is projected to be at least a full degree hotter. Survival depends on tangible structural changes. This means scaling the construction of green buildings, mandating cool roofs to deflect solar energy, and re-engineering power grids to manage these higher baselines in demand. In agriculture, farmers are having to adapt in real time, pivoting to drought-resistant crops like millets and shifting to targeted evening irrigation. The India Meteorological Department is mapping out these risks with escalating alerts, defining health concerns for vulnerable populations. The directives are simple but necessary. Drink sufficient water even when not thirsty, wear loose clothing, and avoid the peak afternoon sun. Extreme, cascading heat is the inescapable reality of our near future. Whether we survive the 2027 Super El Niño depends entirely on how quickly we adapt, at the national level, the city level, and in our own daily lives.